Alright. Stream starting. How are you guys? How are you guys doing? Awesome, awesome. Alright, well, let's get right to the chase. I want to try out the... Oh, whoops, it's on my other profile. I forgot. Here, guys, let me teleport you over to the... the other new one. Okay, perfect. Yeah, this is the one. This is the one. Okay, I have found this Google Chrome extension like minutes ago, called N8N Chat. Here, I'll go ahead and show you guys. But based on the demo, I am confident. I'm quite confident, in fact, that we could build better N8N workflows for our low-ticket offer than we could with the N8N native N8N developer agent. So alright. That's awkward. But here we go. Here we go. Check out this demo, guys. Just like that. Look at that. Look at how fast it came up with all those. And it's quite more sophisticated than our current workflows as well, which I'm pretty happy with. I mean, to be fair, like, the scenarios that ChatGPT gave us to like build our workflows have also been quite basic, but I am confident that we can build something. We can build better workflows using this N8N chat thing. Now let's take a look here. N8N sign in. Sign me in. Okay. Now, which API call do I use? Chat GPT. Come, please. I have a question for you. I came across this Google Chrome extension called N8N Chat, and it looks really cool, but I don't know exactly how to set it up. Are there tutorials for it on the internet somewhere? Oh, look at that. How to set up N8N Chat. Let's have a look at this, shall we? Shall we?
If you're ready to create N8N workflows in seconds, then this is the video for you. In this quick tutorial, I'll be walking you through how to set up N8N Chat, as well as show you how to troubleshoot the extension if you run into any issues.
Okay, Farmer
N8N
Brown.
Chat works on official N8N hosting or self-hosting, so you don't need to worry about that. Now, when you first open the extension, you'll notice you need an API key to get started. In this case,
Hang on 1 second. I'm sorry.
we're using OpenAI, so you'll need to create an account with them and then create an API key.
Okay. So that was my main question.
Once the key
I
is
didn't know whether the API key was supposed to be my API key for N8N or whether it should be, you know, something else, and now we know it's supposed to be like the LLM that is powering N8N Chat. That makes sense.
created, simply return to the extension and paste it in. From there, you can select the AI model that you'd like to use with the extension. The fastest and cheapest models start at the top, while the most intelligent are at the bottom. However, the default selected model is the perfect balance between the two, so we'll use that. Now, before you can get started with an OpenAI model, you need to make sure you have valid billing set up, as their service uses a pay-as-you-go model. Once you have billing set up in your account, for the final step, depending on your region, OpenAI may require you to verify your account first before you can chat with the model. Simply go to your settings and click the Verify Organization button and complete the steps there if you need to. Then go to your workflow page, open the extension, and press the Activate button. This will add the N8N Chat UI to your workflow and you'll be ready to begin. You can ask it to create, edit, optimize, or debug your workflows, or you can just chat with it and ask it questions. It'll have the context of everything in your workflow automatically, but you can adjust its capability in the settings. Now, if you run into any issues, because this is a browser extension, it's really simple to figure out what's going wrong. Simply open your browser settings and find the
What's
option to
going
open the
wrong?
developer tools. The console log can show you if there are any issues or errors. But if
This
you'd
guy
really
just
like to
cracks
peek
me up.
behind the curtain, find the network tab, and then try to chat with it again. Once you've sent your
Is
message,
this a real
monitor the
person?
network tab for a responses
Like,
event.
I
This
have yet
contains
to meet
all of the
a
data that is
person with
sent to
like
and
a
received
cowboy
from
accent
the
like
API. Simply click on the responses object
this
and check out the payload tab
accentuated.
if you want to see the data that you sent, or in this case, we'll go to the response tab to see what message the API sent back to us. The last few line items.
I'm sure we can figure that part out. Then that was my main question, is I didn't know who the API key was supposed to be from. Open AI. Actually, yeah. Let's use our Open Router account. If you guys don't know, Open Router is a pretty awesome service. Um, Essentially, you can sign up and get API keys. They're, you know, they're like keys to a door or a chest or something, a treasure chest, because they let you access things that that you wouldn't otherwise have. Here we go. Keys. Yep. I want to create a new key for N8N chat. Let's make a new one, and bam! We have our API key. And let's go ahead to our N8N chat Chrome extension. Ooh, hoo hoo. I want to do. Wait, what? Oh, I see. I see. I guess when you use the Open Router API key, N8N chat will only let you use Gemini 2.5 models, the models from Google. That's kind of unfortunate. That's really unfortunate, because that's kind of what Open Router is supposed to do, is create one API key that you can use to access all sorts of different LLMs. OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, X. So, okay, let's go ahead and create a workflow. And how does this work? Do I genuinely just say activate on current page? Dude. Okay. Okay. I see you. Now, let's go ahead and chat OpenAI. And we're going to go back to our list of workflow prompts and kind of just see if we can let's just take a look here. Animate images. Tech setup. Here we go. Value ladder strategy. That's the chat. Where all our money's in. Because of how much money this is gonna make. Yeah. N8N form trigger as the site contact form. Write to Airtable base. Then send a Twilio SMS to the sales rep with the leads info for fast follow-up. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Perfect. Let's go ahead and just see what it does. Disconnected port object. What? Well, it's doing something, because, let's see, manage extension. What's going on? Service worker. I don't see any. Oh, you can flip it to collect errors. Good. Let's go ahead and cancel. Okay, you can move this around. That's awesome. What's this do? New chat and attach image. Dude, you can attach screenshots to this? That sounds awesome. But the cancel button doesn't do anything. Huh. What if... Huh. Let's go new chat. Y'all are seeing this in real time for the first time in your lives, people. My Google Chrome extension N8N chat isn't working. I didn't catch the whole error message, but it threw right after I sent a message to it and an empty workflow space, and it mentioned a port object. It probably couldn't find one or something. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that because its default state when you come to it with an error message is it's to explain it and to, you know, brief you on action items. So it sounds like, eh. I mean, good. This, here we go. It sounds like your N8N chat Google Chrome extension is running into a problem with its messaging. This usually happens when a Chrome extension tries to send a message, but there's no active port or listener on the other side. Okay. No background service worker running. That's not really a problem. Ooh. Where's developer mode? Screw it. I'm just going to go back to how to set up N8N chat. If you guys are curious, by the way, Control H was the shortcut I just used to pull up my.
If you're ready to create N8N workflows in seconds, then this is the video for you. In this quick tutorial, I'll be walking you through
he's gotta be
how to set up N8N chat,
something. Because this is ridiculous.
as well as show you how to troubleshoot the extension if you run into any issues. N8N chat works on official N8N hosting or self-hosting, so you don't need to worry about that. Now, when you first open the extension, you'll notice you need an API key to get started. In this case, we're using OpenAI, so you'll need to create an account with them and then create an API key. Once the key is created, simply return to the extension and paste it in. From there, you can select the AI model that you'd like to use with the extension. The fastest and cheapest models start at the top, while the most intelligent are at the bottom. However, the default selected model is the perfect balance between the two, so we'll use that. Now, before you can get started with an OpenAI model, you need to make sure you have valid billing set up, as their service uses a pay-as-you-go model. Once you have billing set up in your account, for the final step, depending on your region, OpenAI may require you to verify your account first before you can chat with the model. Simply go to your settings and click the Verify Organization button and complete the steps there if you need to. Then go to your workflow page, open the extension, and press the Activate button. This will add the N8N chat UI to your workflow, and you'll be ready to begin. You can ask it to create, edit, optimize, or debug your workflows, or you can just chat with it and ask it questions. It'll have the context of everything in your workflow automatically, but you can adjust its capability in the settings. Now, if you run into any issues, because this is a browser extension, it's really simple to figure out what's going on.
Dev tools. Under more tools. Okay. So he went to more tools, dev tools. Oh, this is just the developer console. Okay.
Going wrong. Simply open your browser settings and find the option to open the developer tools. The console log can show you if there are any issues or errors. But if you'd really like to peek behind the curtain, find the network tab and then try to chat with it again. Once you've sent your
network tab. Oh, the network tab. Okay. Oh, wait. What? What if I just refresh the page? Is that gonna force N8N chat to open a new chat? That'd be cool. No more limits of active workflows. Okay, good. Good, good. Yeah, here we go. Okay, I'm hovering over the print screen button. Oh. It just needs a valid API key. What's not valid about our current API key? Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Because we made sure. Oh. It looks like it's thinking. Oh. Invalid API key. Why is our API key invalid? Open AI API. I don't actually know if it even works with OpenRouter API keys, so we're just gonna do exactly what we see in the tutorial. Yep. API platform, login. Huh. Continue with Gaggle. Okay. Now we just want to create an API key. Here we go. API keys. N8N chat. create secret key. And we'll copy this one. We got it? We got it. Let's go ahead and paste that into our N8N chat. Oh, deactivate. Oh, yeah, it specifically has to be OpenAI API key. Okay. So we're going to set it up for GPT-5, activate on current page. And let's see, yeah. Using a disconnected port object. That's interesting. Whoops. What if I got these specific error messages from the developer console I had open at the time? What's going on? This is 90% of me debugging stuff, by the way, is just me like copy and pasting error messages and being like, hey, what's going on? Okay, trying to send error logs to Sentry, but is being rejected. Or the extension build you're using is not authorized for that Sentry project. That doesn't sound good. That sounds like something that sounds like something out of my control. These errors themselves don't break your extension, but they show that the telemetry and logging is misconfigured. Okay. Can't read properties of undefined. What you can try, double check your API key plus base URL. The base URL points to the correct N8N endpoint. My N8N domain is blackfishai.app.n8n.cloud. Would that mean the URL should be... Actually, I should grab the URL this is actually pointing to. So that way we get a little more custom system instructions. That's pretty cool. Include workflow context, save UI position, workflow access. I don't really see where it would be. I don't see where it would list a URL, if I'm completely honest. Let's do that. blackfish.ai.nAiden.cloud/API/v1. Where would I even go to confirm that? I don't see an endpoint setting in an Aiden chats options here. Alright. Let's see what that does for us. Okay. Okay. Canonical REST API route for your instance. nAiden Cloud Docs. That's interesting. Looking at your extension panel. nAiden Cloud Workflow page. In nAiden Chat. Click Activate on Current Page. There's an idea. So if I don't need this. Activate on current page. Yeah, there's no way to ensure. You know what? Are you here? That's right, we're playing Phasmo now. Deactivate. Okay. In fact, here, I should just go ahead and show ChatGPT that I am not seeing any settings of the kind of here's what everything I see under the API tab. Is it possible it could be under the manage extension menu? I don't actually know what it's called. I just know the thing that you click on to open it is called manage extension. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know that part. Where the N8N domain binding happens, the API tab is only for LLM keys. And from what we know, it can only be OpenAI. That's the only accepted one. The actual N8N endpoint binding happens when you hit activate. Open your workflow in your browser at exactly. That's when I get the disconnected port errors. I've also gotten them just activating the Chrome extension on my instance page, like you suggested earlier. So, why this happens on your setup? On N8N Cloud, the extension is supposed to auto-detect the domain and attach API v1, but from your logs, the background worker dies before finishing activation because it can't find the expected config object. This entry 403's. Yeah. Okay. Check background logs directly. Go to Chrome extensions. I wonder if you can just type this in directly. What the? Okay. Errors. I wonder if we can hard code the... I wonder if we can just type in the URL somewhere. All sites. It doesn't look like we can. ID. And find any then chat. Click. Huh. Oh, service worker. Inspect. Okay. Now what do we do? Try clicking on activate. Okay. Currently recording network activity. Are you here? Huh. Same extension details page. Oh, shoot. Site access. Do you have site access? Oh, to file URLs. Yeah, we also want to pin it to the toolbar. Allow an incognito? Let's go ahead and show it what we know so far, just so that we're on the same page. Okay. So here's the error report, as well as an inspection of the service worker while I hit activate on current page. The fact that it didn't say anything was weird. Could be related to the fact that I activated N8N chat in a different, in my N8N tab, not the tab the inspection popped out from. Either way, I see that access file URLs is turned off in the extension details. Is that what the actual problem is. Okay. That setting only controls whether the extension can read file URLs on your computer. Oh. Huh. I was really hoping that would be the case. That would be the cause of it. In your errors view, Chrome reports the extension content script sends a message, but the background service worker isn't listening anymore or crashed immediately. That doesn't mean nothing is happening. It means the worker likely crashed before it could log. Next steps to isolate. Force persistent logs on the service worker. Go to the service worker, inspector again. Okay. Preserve log. There. And activation failed. This time the activation failed altogether. This is what the inspection showed while it occurred. If you've got preserve log turned on and it still shows nothing when activation fails, it's so confident that this is what the problem is, but none of its solutions are working. The Chrome extension is failing to set up its background config when you hit activate on current page because the worker crashes so early. You're left with the disconnected port object syndrome. Syndrome. In dev tools, paste. Where do I paste it in dev tools? Elements, okay. Console, perhaps? Oh, don't paste. pasting. That's interesting. Oh! That makes total sense, because it must be hitting that URL, and then that's not coming up with anything at all. Okay. So quick sanity test. The sanity test came up with a 404. But N8N's REST API does not expose /me. That's why you got... Okay. Huh. Unauthorized. Oh, because it needs my API key, duh. Where do I get my N8N API key? Okay, nice. What the? I'm 2 versions behind already. What the crap? Let's see, settings, N8N API. Well, okay. Test. Yeah. What? I'm not authorized to create API keys? This is weird. Guys, this is weird. Anyway, we're out of time. I do apologize, everyone, that I haven't been able to get this up and running on time. I will go ahead and see what's going on with this, and get back to you guys with a working thing, hopefully. See you guys in the next one.